These are the items that when starting to go for a field service management solution, you really have to go through these different items and see how you work yourself today and how you can improve that with a new tool to reach that next service excellence level. Hello, this is Charles from Odyssey Field Service.
Hi guys, I'm Viresh.
And in this video we want to go deeper on the second point in our canvas. Remember the canvas tool with the 6 points, and the second point is about call registration or call request.
Yes.
When end customers call you to tell you the machine is broken, you start a process.
Yes, you need to register this call and then start to work on it. A small connection to the previous video where we talked about the data structure. If you need to register a call, it helps also if you have a correct structure. If somebody calls you from the customer, you search the customer, and if you have an install base, you directly see how many machines and installations this customer has. So you can see the historic. This can help you decide what to do next. If not, you just create a new task or a work order immediately. This depends on the data types you have defined for your work.
Exactly. We've got several customers like Asandi Verco and others who need a preparation time before it becomes a real work order. So they start with a task.
Yes.
In some cases it's about calling the customer to have an appointment. Yes. Or maybe if the appointment doesn't go through, then you have to stop to close the task. All others will be escalated to a work order.
Yes, if you need some preparation, usually what our customers do is they create a task. It means the task is internal to do. Somebody can follow up on it. Means I need to prepare, I need to order some spare parts, there are some design things that needs to be made, or I need to order some special vehicles or make sure there are some special people available. So in this kind of things, it's better to create a task, to follow it up internally first, instead of sending someone directly to the job. But if it's an emergency and the case is clearly defined, you know, okay, in this case I create a work order, so you create a work order which can be planned immediately.
Yeah. Another reason why using tickets or tasks is that you may be able to resolve the problem remotely.
Yes, that's true. One of our customers working with printers, indeed, they create a task and assign it to somebody who is doing external support. And this guy just connects to the printer remotely, and maybe he can solve the issue. Yeah. If he cannot solve it, he puts the task to somebody else, because you can forward task in our case to different people, and then the guy gets a notification. It's like, okay, I need to do something, and if he cannot, you can always escalate to a work order and send someone on site.
Yeah, true. Second thing, not less about the process but about the types, is when you start creating or registering call requests, you need to think about how to organize your different work order types.
Yes, you need to think about what I want to give to the technician to execute on site, and also what I want to report to the customer based on this.
Yes.
Everything comes together in the work order type.
Yeah, in the end you will generate a PDF. The PDF will be sent automatically to the customer by email, and depending on the work order types, you can build a PDF template. And with this template, it's where the information that you decide to show, to communicate to the customer. So depending on the job type, imagine you have got a job type maintenance, inspection, repair, maybe repair outsourced, maybe repair not under warranty, which means the customer will have to pay for everything. In those cases, you would like to communicate everything in detail on your PDF, while in other cases,
if it's maintenance, a yearly maintenance, you just want to inform the customer that, yeah, we did our job, but you don't want to say how many time we spent, how much parts we used. So we just show them the end result. Say, okay, we did our maintenance, everything is okay, you're good to go for another year. But if you have things like inspection, in the end, on the other hand, you want to show as much details as possible.
True, yes. And finally, under this point, you also have contract types or maintenance agreements where you can have different types, all in, not all in, and this can influence the rest of the process. So under this point, I would say These are the items that when starting to go for a field service management solution, you really have to go through these different items and see how you work yourself today and how you can improve that with a new tool to reach that next service excellence level.